Welcome back to another movie time with Trey. It's been like about a couple centuries since I've done this at all, but I finally got around to doing a new one. Today we're going to be talking about a movie that's on Netflix. It's called Let's Be Evil. Before I begin, I am not a certified critic. If you can get a certification for that, somebody let me know. Maybe I will do that. But this is just going to be, my opinions, basically a summary of how the movie was and how I felt about it. Okay, so the girl's name is Jenny. Beginning of the movie opens up with a little flashback to something bad that happened to her as a kid. Never really elaborates on it any further other than, oh, sucks for your childhood. Which is actually kind of an okay way to go. But at the same time, it ruins, there's no use for it in the rest of the movie, so I didn't understand or care about it. So, she goes to the place this job that she's supposed to do. She finally stumbles down through some elevators in some high-tech fancy building, and she stumbles upon these little, like, Google Glass looking shit things. She puts the glasses on, and then they basically just show her augmented reality. They completely alter her vision. Now, I don't care how sci-fi you want to be. It doesn't make sense to have glass in complete darkness, and then suddenly the glass itself is just like, oh, you're in a very bright room and everything. Like, VR maybe if it's completely engulfed in your head, but this isn't VR, this is augmented reality. There's a little bit of a difference. I'll flash definitions on the screen for virtual reality, augmented reality. She puts the glasses on, and an AI starts talking to her, telling her what's going on. She also sees two other people in the room with her. Now, the color scheme of this entire underground facility, I forgot to mention that, it's underground. Completely underground. The only thing about it is that, like, the lights are all kinds of crazy. As far as movies go with lighting, it was an interesting choice. There's lots of, like, different colors, different textures of light. Gives an interesting kind of look to it. But that's no excuse. Glasses allow you to see a bunch of information, and the glasses will also allow you to scan items and do kind of certain things so that you can communicate and talk to other people wearing glasses, can look at an object and be like, scan that object, tell me about it, and it'll give you a rundown on where it came from, what it's made out of, blah blah blah. There's an AI running around called Ariel that's basically like a Cortana ripoff, because she's like basically a humanoid-shaped woman with short hair and not enough details in it. I really wish there was. She might have been hot, I don't know. 3 of them now, so it's Jenny, the main character. We got this dude named Darby, which is kind of a dumbass name. I'm gonna just call him D for now, because he's the only one there with one. Tiggs, she doesn't like her name. It's like Antigone or something like that, so she calls herself Tiggs. I'm gonna call her Two-Faced Bitch. They basically are in charge of this facility. They're getting paid to essentially babysit. You find out in a few minutes that they come along, and there's like kids in the facility that are being trained. The kids have the glasses on, and they're doing some sci-fi crazy hologram shit, playing these games, learning all this crazy information, practically becoming super geniuses. And D, Two-Faced Bitch, and Jen are all just basically there to watch after the kids, make sure the facility is taken care of. Overpaid babysitters, essentially. So we've already been over the fact that you can't see without the glasses. Now the movie itself takes its point of view, and it's all through the point of view of the glasses. So everybody takes turns with their point of view, and it has a little hub thing. So the entire movie, all you see is what they're supposed to see, and this little hub, like, futuristic kind of thing where it's like a little personal identification in the corner, and then you got like some weird techno blah 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 over here, and then there's like a little meter that just goes back and forth down here and doesn't do anything. Gonna be honest, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of like they sat down and like, look what I made, let's put it on this and make a movie out of it. The camera angle, there's plenty of times where it just gets really bad. It doesn't follow along, it doesn't match the height of the glasses on the person that it's supposed to be following. Like there's multiple parts where Jen goes up to like touch a little panel with her hand, and the camera's kind of like looking at the panel, and her left hand, instead of coming up from underneath the camera or from like to the side, it comes up from the right side. It goes like this. That's not how it works. No, that's not how it works. Not to mention the fact that she looks at herself in the mirror, kind of wiggles her head around, and the camera doesn't do shit and just stands there. Off to the side too, so it really doesn't line up at all. Pause. When you're doing point of view, it's point of view. It's what you're supposed to see. If the camera's not lined up with what you're supposed to see, it's not point of view. It's just dumb. Now let's play. The whole facility is underground and integrated with the AI. So the AI is supposed to be able to help, occupy, monitor, all the fancy works. Just super futuristic AI, got you covered. But she's fucking retarded. They have futuristic meals, like ration packs, almost like a military style, from space, which is like specific to each individual, so it gives you your minerals, your vitamins, all that, everything specifically for you in one tiny little pack. But then you just have a coffee machine to the side. Pause. For the night shift, So what if they're working night shift? You don't get regular coffee. That ruins the whole concept. That basically ruins your nutrition and it makes you need other nutrition more. Play. Okay, so even though they're all integrated in this, they start to do their job, they get used to it and everything, but at some point or another we see that the glasses come on in the middle of the night and start scanning, like, the individual. They scan Jin. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. The kids don't seem to have names. They don't communicate. The kids are apparently not able to talk, but they communicate through the glasses and everything, which is interesting and kind of dumb at the same time, because you just have a big group of kids doing the same activities over and over again, never answering a thing. Studying, like, rocket science and stuff. None of them seem to really communicate well with the AI system. The AI also doesn't seem to communicate jack shit at all. Anytime something happens, the AI just shows up going, I don't know what's going on. At some point or another, it starts to get a little spooky. There's like some kind of phantom kid running around. We can't really see anything. All the lights start getting kind of glitchy, but eventually Jin gets over it. But I say Jin gets over it. Instead of getting over it, she survives it and then has a meltdown. It's like that first little thing that happens and she panics. She's like, I gotta get out of here. I can't breathe. I can't stay in here. No. It got annoying really quickly. Tiggs is over there going, no, dog, just calm down. You don't even know what happened. It was just a little glitch. You know, everything's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Come back with me. We'll take care of it. Eventually, Tiggs convinces Jin to go back with her and everything, and they continue their jobs like normal until the next little event happens. So it's a pretty bad overreaction. Eventually, the next little thing is that the kids just basically disappear. The AI is freaking dumb, doesn't know anything, can't do anything, pretty much useless the entire time. Apparently the kids have been plotting to take over the facility the whole time. The kids just, all of them just disappear. Everybody starts freaking out. Jin suddenly develops a set of balls and is like, we have to save the kids from a stupid little bond that she made with one little girl. My name is Cassandra. And it's like, whatever. So now Jin, because of her bond with Cassandra, has this big set of cojones and wants to save all the kids and get everybody out of the facility, while the others are just kind of like, that's not our job, we need to go, that's not good. Apparently, while they're split up, we find out kids have superpowers. Like, there's like a sort of jump scare where this little girl like shows up and like holds her hand out and then like teleports and like grabs somebody's face. Jin ends up finding Cassandra somewhere in like a freaking closet, and then Jin and Cassandra try to run around finding everybody else. At one point decides, Cassandra, stay up here at the top of the stairs. I'm gonna leave you on your own without any glasses so you can't see, and I have a flashlight. I don't remember where she got the flashlight from. I have a flashlight, but I'm not gonna give it to you because I need to see so I can go find the others. Fucking stupid. She walks downstairs, falls a couple stairs, sees kids all around, ends up getting Cassandra and just making a run for it. Eventually they do find Tig, and Jin apparently has had this whole role swap where at first, you know, two-faced bitch was, you know, kind of in charge, bossy, saying, you know, Jin, you're overreacting, blah blah blah, come on back with me. Well, Jin now is got the balls, and two-faced bitch is like, I'm scared, I want to leave, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah, having a meltdown, super irritated, aggravated. Hated it. There's like this part where they finally all meet up and they go running around the facility, try to find an escape. Eventually the AI comes back and is like, you guys should go this way. And they find that there's just a random other dude in the facility, just a random other employee, kind of like them, but he's chained to a chair, stuck in this place. No telling how long he's been down there. They've clearly been down there for a good couple days, maybe weeks, maybe months. Even though they have all the like scientific hub things, and they show all these other special effects throughout the thing, apparently they ran out of budget or something, or ideas, because they show like 2 seconds of like maybe a hologram that's like locking the door, and good old D is supposed to unlock it, and D just starts doing this for a good solid like 4 to 5 minutes. We just see the guy going, I don't know what to do, I don't know if this is right. There's no special effects. It's completely boring. It's just him waving his hands like he's got freaking Tourette's or something. It's retarded. Eventually, he unlocks the puzzle, and the guy, instead of unlocking the door, just explodes into flames, which could have been done in about 10 seconds. Just to save time for the movie, they let it go on for about a minute with people screaming, and eventually he turns into gas, and then through the gas you see like the kids like teleport in there and kind of phase out. Really weird shit. So eventually they decide after that they just need to run. They find that the facility has like an air duct underneath like a certain floor, so they get into that and they try to like escape the facility through like a service door or something. And they have this like slight little moment where like Darby and Jen are looking at each other and they like hold hands for a second, and Darby's gonna go and check ahead, and it's like this false sense of a relationship that never gets established. So there's no need for this particular scene. There's no need for the music, no need for the love. Really bothersome. Don't fake it if there's nothing to back it up, you know? Which is even stupider because at this point they decide to separate. Even though the AI tells them, go out this vent and take a right, you should be able to leave through there. They split up. Darby goes first, just stands out there like an idiot in the hallway looking around, and then he gets himself touched to death by kids, apparently. I mean, that's all I really see, is that they basically come over and they start touching on him. He starts freaking out, screaming, yelling in pain. And then there's like a split second where there's a bag over his head or something. I don't know. Pause. The entire movie is really, really dark. Now, I mentioned the lighting earlier is pretty good because it's just unique, but at the same time, it's still really dark, so you can't hardly tell what's going on. The camera's stupid shaky, doesn't follow the action very well at all. And it's kind of like a blatant overuse of special effects in the dark, so you think they're really good when they're really not. So the AI is kind of like, you know, you guys need to run and get out of here, but not telling them where to go. Then it just shuts up and doesn't do anything. AI is completely stupid and useless the entire time. I think I've said that before, but it's really dumb. I don't know, Two-Face bitch gets grabbed by like a hologram of some kind, and you see her like get her throat slit, but then she gets dragged down a hallway and the hallway disappears. I don't know, it's some crazy stuff. She stops because Cassandra's stuck there. Or they get separated. Cassandra gets separated from her. Jen just goes off trying to get out. Eventually she stumbles back upon her, and Cassandra's acting kind of weird, and she's just like, what's going on? And Cassandra's like, oh, you're an idiot, by the way. I've been toying with you this whole time. I'm a super genius, and no, I don't have glasses, but I had made contacts. So apparently glasses and contacts are a big thing in this movie. Super scientific contact lenses that let her see a lot more stuff, and she's the one who took control of the facility. Basically dematerialized the other kids or just made them up. And she's like basically just a ridiculous super genius in control of everything, and she's had control over the AI the entire time. So the end of the movie is that Cassandra shows Jen a hologram, and Jen walks into the hologram, and it's basically her house where her mother lived and everything. She picks up some mail that says like final notice and this and that whole house is basically empty, even though it looks the same as it was when she left at the beginning of the movie. And then it transitions, like the phone's ringing in this hologram. Jen walks over, picks up the phone, and then suddenly it's the beginning of the movie again, where she's answering the phone saying, yes, I want to take this job, and that's how it ends. Like, it doesn't make sense. It basically, the whole entire time this movie's going on, it's all this little evil super genius just completely trolling, hardcore fucking with people the whole time. And that's pretty much it. Now, not only, it's called Let's Be Evil, so I think the name itself threw it into the horror genre on Netflix, but it's not horror. It's maybe sci-fi at most. It's really bad. It does not need to be in horror. Scary Movie is scarier than this thing. There's no need for this to be in the horror section. I watched this on Netflix, and I'm pretty much not even sure if I'm going to continue to call this Movie Time with Trey or shit on Netflix, because that's about all there is right now, is just shit on Netflix. So, if you guys like my little rants and everything, go ahead and hit that like button. If not, don't worry about it. Leave some comments about anything that you guys want me to watch, talk about, and maybe even ideas for other little series or anything. Like, do you guys like this? Do you guys like the gaming stuff? Do you want me to do a little bit of both? Other than that, I guess I will see you guys in the next one. What ends up happening, though, is she gets there. Finn! I'm trying to record something! Stop! Leave the squirrel alone! You ruined my train of thought. God damn it.